At the completion of this video, you will know lean and quality are complementary forces. The quality management system can be used to sustain lean improvements. What the similarities are between lean and ISO 9000. How the quality management system and lean can be integrated. The meaning of the term business management system.
Hello, I'm Mike Mickelwright. Today we're going to be talking about enhancing and sustaining lean improvements while adding spark to your quality management system. That's our focus because it's so important. I want to tell you a little bit about how I got to this point. I started off with the Saturn Corporation of General Motors as a young engineer. And there we were supposed to emulate the Toyota production system, learn about it, understand what it was, and try to emulate it as much as possible. So I have a strong lean background throughout my career. But meanwhile, I was also working with many different organizations on developing quality management systems that were certified to an ISO 9001 based standard. And I realized over the years, as I was working down these two different paths with two different types of companies, the relationship and the overlap between both sets of programs. You have your ISO 9001 program, which is all geared towards building a good quality management system so that you build good products and services. And then you have lean. And lean is all about process improvement. But really, aren't they the same? Aren't they the same thing? Aren't we really trying to do the same thing? We shouldn't be focusing in on a quality thing versus a lean thing. We should be focusing in on how to integrate the two so that both are enhanced, both are very effective and efficient. And they can help each other. They are complementary forces. They are not opposing forces like they seem to be in so many organizations where you have a quality department that runs the quality management system and you have lean people or lean experts, perhaps out of operations, that runs the lean program. And then they still fight and they compete with one another. And it's like, guys, we're trying to do the same thing. We're trying to develop good systems, put them into place, put them into practice, so that we serve our customers very well, give them what they need when they need it. They're trying to do the same thing. One of the problems with lean, a lot of people have, you ask any lean expert, is how to sustain the improvements. Well, a quality management system can help to sustain those improvements if used effectively. At the same time, you have a lot of quality management systems out there that are kind of archaic and run down and mundane, and they're not adding to the bottom line. They're just there. They're something that we just have to do. We need to add spark to those quality management systems because they can be so much more effective given the right tools that we can use from lean. Now, the irony in all of this is that you have the lean thing and you have the quality thing and run by two different departments, and they're trying to do the same thing. Well, what would we call that in lean? You would obviously call that waste. Two things trying to do the same thing at the same time, competing against each other, it's very wasteful. Very ironic. We need to bring them together. And we need to eliminate the resource fighting and attention grabbing from different departments. We also need to be focused in on the idea of standard work. Standard work is a critical element of a lean program. Standard work is also a critical element of a quality management system, although we don't call it standard work. We call it procedures and work instructions. But with a little tweaking, it really is the same thing. We should be consistent and not have two different processes and two different programs competing against each other. Over the years, I realized, wow, this is crazy. I can't believe how dumb I was, and perhaps how dumb other people are, when they keep two different systems out there and they don't integrate the two to make them work as one and make both much more effective. So my goal is to entice you throughout this training session to understand the relationship between an ISO-based quality management system and lean, and inspire you to integrate the lean practices into your quality management system so that we can achieve the results that you typically see in a lean movement or a lean transformation. And those results include lead times that were cut from weeks down to days, inventory turns that are doubled in 2 years and then perhaps doubled again in 2 more years, annual productivity gains of 15 to 20%.